if you're trying to pay off debt, if you're trying to save money, if you have a holiday that you want to go to and you want to save money, you don't want to use the money for bills and stuff like that, this video is for you, because this method has truly helped me. Hey guys, hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So today I'll be talking about money, everything finances. I'll be trying to help you learn how to budget, like how it has helped me for the past 6 weeks. So I've been using this method for 6 weeks, and I have to say that my finances are looking so much better. And I will explain on another video, because this video is already too long, and I'll explain on another video what made me take this step. But anyways, in this video I'll be using this worksheet that I have right here in my hand. It is available in my Etsy store, but I have it free of charge for you guys to I have it free of charge for you guys to download. The link is below. And yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, so I've got a budget Bible that I am working on. I've got 2 of them actually. I've got this is like the older one that I've used a lot. It's just got some daily affirmations. I'm still working on the cover. I'm gonna put it on my Etsy store when I'm done, but this is like the new one. But anyways, I'll just show you what do I do first when I started my budget, just to make things a little clearer. Okay, so what you do is you list out your cost of living and your desires. So basically, cost of living is things that you need in order to live, you know, to survive. And your desires are things that you don't really need, but they do make an impact in your life, but you can live without. Okay, so KB and I get paid weekly, so that's why we budget weekly. But I'm going to show you a kind of a monthly expense tracker in order to make budgeting weekly easy. And the reason why I'm going to show you a monthly version first, like a monthly way of listing your expenses, is because some things are actually paid once a month, like power and Wi-Fi and, you know, other things that you pay monthly. I hope I'm making sense. I am sorry if I sound a little funny, but okay, now let's use this one. Okay, so now I'm just going to list out a few needs and a few wants. So your cost of living and your desires. Some of the things I don't really need, but it's just me listing everything that you could probably have to put into your listing that you need. And what I do is I make sure that I list every single thing I spend my money on. I think the biggest goal, like I said earlier, is to know exactly where your money is going. But okay, let's start listing. Okay, so first thing is your income. Where do you get your income? You have to list if you have 3 different types of incomes. I've just put 3 here, but I'm thinking of adding more, because some people get loads more passive income and different incomes. So for me, it's literally just me and KB. I am working on my Etsy store. Sometimes I do make a sale, but lately I haven't been making any sales, so I'm not even going to include that. So my income is just going to be my job, basically me and KB. In a month we probably make $4,100. It could be more, it could be less, but it's usually around that amount. But actually, I'm just going to give you actual numbers just so I can calculate how much we've actually made. So I'm just going to go 1.90 times 4. So it's actually 4,360 that we made last month. So if you had other incomes, you would write them here and then write the total here and figure out, you know, your budget according to that, or you would estimate it basically. Okay, now I'm going to start listing the cost of living. Like I said, cost of living is your needs, things that you absolutely need that you can't live without. So I'm going to start listing that, and you could add more. So get yourself a pen and paper and start listing with me and write cost of living. You're going to write the description, the amount, and when is the due date to pay for it. So for us, because we don't own a house, it is rent. So for you, it could be mortgage and groceries and gas, or Uber if you live in a city and you don't drive, and insurance, pets. If you have pets, they need to be kept alive. Gym, for me it's a need. Don't judge me, it is really a need. I mean, if I couldn't afford it, it wouldn't be under need, it would be under wants. So you just also have to see what you can afford. So phone payments, power, so that's electricity, and if you're paying water or whatever, I'm not going to add that, we don't pay for water. Car payment, debt. I know you can live with debt, but I don't think that is ideal. I think you just pay it off and get it out of your way. Internet. What else? Savings for sure. Mr. Green. That is the person that does our lawns. And I just recently added Adobe because I want to up my game on these planners. So I'm learning Adobe, how to use Adobe InDesign, but I pay it once a month. Now, I don't think there's anything else. If there's anything else for you, you can just add more as you go. So now it's the amount. For rent, a month we pay 900. Groceries a month, because we spend $80 a week, so I'll just go 340, I think. Gas, 140, I think. Yeah, because it's $35 a week that I put on gas. I'm just going to calculate 35 times 4. Yep. We don't have insurance, we don't have pets. Gym membership, $48 a month. Phone bill, we don't have a phone bill. Boarded cash. Power is around $165 a month since it was winter, but because summer is coming, for us, we're in New Zealand. I know in the States it's going to be winter your side. Our power will drop. We don't have a fireplace, we use heat pumps. But yeah, so car payments, nope, we bought the car cash. Debt, we have no debt, thank you Lord. Internet, I'm going to count my YouTube account as well, and KB's YouTube. We use the premium version, so altogether it's $127 a month. Savings, now this is a big one for me, especially, like both of us of course, but I'm the one who's always like annoying him to make sure that we have our savings on track. So altogether it's $1,880 a month. And Mr. Green, I just budget $50. It's usually $25 every time he comes, and he comes twice a month, but sometimes less than that depending on how our yard is looking. And Adobe is $35 a month. Okay, so now due dates. Now you're just gonna write when are these bills due. This one is weekly, so I'll just write weekly. Groceries weekly as well. Gas is weekly. As you can see, A lot of things are weekly, so that's why I do a weekly budget, which if you want me to do a video on that one, just let me know on the comments below. Gym membership is also weekly, $12 a week. Power bill is monthly, and it usually comes on the 18 copy. Internet is also monthly, which is usually on the 16th. So usually on this week, 16th, 18th, it's such a big week for us that all the bills come in. And I'll teach you a trick on my next video when I do the weekly budget on how I make sure that we don't feel, you know, that it's, oh my gosh, it's that week. Okay, savings is also weekly, of course. Mr. Green. Mr. Green, it just depends. So I'm just gonna put a question mark here. It's like every fortnight I'll put the money away kind of thing. I'll show you on the next video again. And Adobe is also 21st. Almost forgot that one. So now what I have to do is calculate how much is all of this, and I'll write it down here. Okay, I don't know if you want me to speed up this video, but no, maybe I won't speed it up. I'll just be very transparent. So 900 plus 340 plus 140 plus 48 plus 165 plus 127 plus 1880 plus 50 and then plus 35. 3,685 is our cost of living per month. So that is 3,685. Okay, and now I'm gonna go 4,360 minus the 3,685, which equals to $675 left. So 675 is remaining. I'll just write remain, and that is total. Okay, cool. So now desires, like I said, desires is things that you can live without. You don't have to spend money on if you don't have. But if you do have, it is okay. Don't stop living. Do you know what I mean? Like, still enjoy, but only if you can afford it. If you can't afford it, make a little sacrifices. Make sure you got your savings right, and in the long run you'll slowly start adding stuff to your desires, because you'll pay off your debts, or because you'll be on track on your budgeting, or because you would have saved quite a few, you know, coins for you to enjoy your desires. So I'm just gonna add our desires. So number one is KB's a smoker, so I'll go cigarette. He usually can afford, oops, sorry about that. He usually can afford cigarettes every week, but if we had a bad week, like if I did a few hours at work, because we get paid hourly, or if he didn't do too much hours at work, he would probably reduce how much smokes he had a day, kind of thing, to make sure that he the packs that he buy. Because I'll show you how I do it. I'll show you. We buy packs once a week, and they have to last him the whole week. So yeah, he just reduces the amounts to make sure it lasts the whole week. So it's cigarettes, eating out. We hardly eat out, but if we can afford it, there's nothing wrong with that. Me getting my hair done. Canva, I use Canva for thumbnails, for my designs, to create these planners, but I can do without Canva because I also use Apple Pages, which is free. So there's also iCloud and Netflix. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, and I forgot. KB uses some other thing for his computer. I forgot what it's called. I'll just say KB stuff. I forgot what it's called, but it's quite pricey, and I'll tell you now. Okay, so this is our desires basically. Like, there's not more than that. I can't put clothing. I don't shop anymore, but I do save money for clothing a week, like $5 or whatever is remaining. Clothes for me and Skylar, but it's not a must. It just depends on how many hours I did. Okay, so cigarettes for KB. wait for it. It is 206 a month. That's how much he smokes a month. Eating out, we usually just budget $50 for the whole month. Here is just me, and it's usually $40. It's usually $20 to get my hair done. I just get braided, and I do it twice a month. But I can absolutely reduce this to once a month if I feel like we are not looking, good financially. Canva is, I think, $22. I'm just rounding up. I think it's like $21.65 or something around those lines. But I'm just rounding up. iCloud is $4.99, so I'm just gonna go $5. Netflix is $11.49, so I'll just go $11.50. That thing for KB, I can't remember what it's called, but it's $160. And clothing, that just depends. So since I said I save around $5 a week, I'm just going to go $20 a month. Okay, and this is such a big one for me because I used to be a shopaholic, like obsessed, especially online. Okay, anyways, that's not the topic. Now I'm just going to calculate that and see how much, and then I'm going to explain everything. Oops, so 216 plus 50 plus 40 plus 22 plus 5 plus 1150 plus 160 and plus 20 is 524.50 cents is the total. And if we take 675, which was remaining here, subtract the total here, so 524.50, we still have 150 cents left. Now bear in mind that sometimes we don't make this amount. Like I said, we usually make that amount. I was just calculating with that amount because that's the amount we made the month before, like last month, because I did pick up quite a few shifts at work, which I'm very grateful for. But yes, so usually I would calculate with that, but I just wanted to be very transparent and tell you guys how we did last month. That's why our savings were looking very healthy, basically. This is weekly. Eating out is once a month, monthly. Here is quarterly. Is that even a word? Canva is due on the 12th of the month. iCloud usually comes in on the 2nd of the month. Netflix is on the 16th. As you can see, big week. Usually around that week, a lot of our bills come in. KB's thingy is on the 26th. And clothing is weekly. Obviously it depends. Sometimes I don't even put in any amount of money for clothing. But anyways, so this is a, I'll just zoom out a bit and I'll just zoom in and zoom out. So this is a list of your cost of living and your desires. These are all your expenses. Okay, now let me make this very clear for everyone. If this amount here, right here, this total amount of your living, your cost of living is greater than that amount, you have a problem. You have a big problem. You need to see how to reduce that amount. It should be not more than that. You should live a life you can afford in order to not be in debt. If this amount here is bigger than this amount here and you don't have savings, you have a major problem. A major problem. You have to save. You have to start saving, guys. I am so serious. The reason why I am talking about saving so much, it's because I didn't save for like the first 2 years. I would spend so much money on clothes. Like I said, I was a shopaholic. And when your tax comes in and they tell you how much you made in a year and how much tax return, you know, you qualify or whatever, I felt so sick to my stomach to see how much I've made in a year and I don't have savings. I don't have anything to show for it. And when you calculate, when you sit down and ask yourself, what have I done with all the money? Most of it is spent on clothing and is spent on food. So I had to make sacrifices, and I'm so grateful now because the way I'm living my life, I don't even feel like frugal. I don't feel like I have reduced anything because my savings, my account looks healthy, you know? Okay, so if that amount is bigger than this amount, you have a problem. You either have to cut down your rent. How do I cut down my rent, you ask me? You get a flatmate, probably. You share the rent, or you move somewhere smaller. Groceries. You evaluate your groceries. Look what is on sale. Look in your pantry. Shop in your pantry first. Meal prep. You know, you don't have to finish everything in a week and buy more to throw out. Gas. For me, I feel like I have reduced so much on gas and I still want to reduce more. I live quite close to town, so I'm going to start walking to the gym or to the supermarket, especially because summer is coming in. I can just walk with the pram, with, you know, my child if we want to go to the grocery store, or, you know, somewhere close by where I don't have to drive and I can save on gas. And I also live close to work, so I could start getting a lift if I'm starting very early and walk back home. Gym membership. If push comes to shove, I'm obsessed with the gym, you guys know, but if push comes to shove, if I need this $48, I could work out at home. That is not a problem. Please don't think that you have to be at the gym to lose weight or to, you know, get better, you know, look better. You know, you can do it at home free of charge. Power. You would have to obviously start looking at what are the things that you leave on, how much laundry do you do in a week, and, you know, start evaluating and start seeing what you can cut down and get better at, especially working as a team with whoever you're living with. So internet, I would obviously have to remove the YouTube premium account. I use it because I use YouTube a lot. Savings. You need savings. I'm not even going to go there. Mr. Green, we would have to just obviously do things ourselves. If we couldn't afford it, honestly, Mr. Green is the first thing I'll probably cut off. But we can afford it, so that's fine. KB works 5 days a week. He's a chef. He is always tired. On his days off, he's got no time to do the lawns. And I'm also working 5 days a week, and I've got a baby. I really don't have time for it. But if we needed this money, we can do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, we can do it, but because we can afford it, it's okay. And Adobe, I can easily cut this one. As I said, I use Apple Pages right now to create these beautiful planners. Like, I just want to show you, like, you know, my planners that I have designed for 2020 using Apple Pages. So it is possible. So yes, so this one I'm not even going to, you know, describe this one. This one can easily be cut off anytime. Me and KB have survived without Netflix for 3 months straight. We've got a hard drive filled with movies, so we just cut it off, and we had to focus on our finances. We were going through a really hard time at the time. I just had a baby, so I wasn't going to work, and our finances were not looking good. Like I said, I had not saved a cent, and I was so hurt. I was so angry at myself. I cried a lot, and I started having to figure out what can I do, and budgeting has been the best thing for me. Awesome, so that is it. I feel like this video is too long as it is, so do this, figure out how much you get paid, and start calculating your expenses and see if you need to cut things down if this amount is bigger than this amount, or if this amount is smaller than this amount, which is good. Make sure you up your savings. And yeah, I'll be back next week. I usually post on a weekend, a Saturday or a Sunday. I'll be back next week with a video on how I budget and how I use the envelope system. So yes, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.